Hello friends, good afternoon and welcome back once again to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I am Gaurav Gupta and friends, today we'll be continuing with the series of CAT 2022 in which we are taking on all the questions which have appeared in the previous year papers of CAT. And specifically this series that we are running, this is named as IIM Bangalore PYPQ series because we are looking at some of the questions which have already appeared in those CAT examinations in which IIM Bangalore was the conveyor. Now, in today's session, we'll be taking on number arrangements. So, friends, good afternoon and welcome back to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. Can you please quickly confirm if I am clearly audible and visible to all of you? Varun, good afternoon. As usual, good to see once again. Yes, Varun, same here. So all of you, please quickly confirm if I am audible and visible to all of you. Akhil, thank you very much for confirmation. Good afternoon. Karthik, good afternoon. All right, friends. So all of you can hear me and I am clearly visible to all of you. So friends, let's quickly start with today's session. Now in today's session, we'll be taking on the sets which are based on number arrangements, or you can say that the sets which have a lot of numbers, but the calculation is not the thing that we'll have to look for. There will be a lot of numbers and we'll have to deal with those numbers probably given in the form of table or given in the form of caselets. So in today's lecture, we'll be taking on two sets. These are two wonderful sets, beautiful sets, which have appeared in the previous year papers of CAT. All right. So all of you, welcome. Bhumika, Devika, Apurva, Mrigendas, Disha, Aparajita, Gyaneshwari, good afternoon to all of you. So friends, we'll be taking on these two sets one by one, definitely. So I'll be showing you one set. The first set will appear on your screen. I'll give you some time to understand, to interpret whatever information is given in that set. Okay. And then we all together will solve that set. All right. So let us quickly begin without wasting any more time. So the first set will appear on your screens in a few moments. All of you, if you haven't done it till yet, all of you please take out one or two sheets of paper. I believe two sheets of paper will be enough for today's lecture, and a pen. This is very important. And understand one thing, that if you are not solving the questions with me live in this session, then you are not doing anything good to yourself. So here is the first set on your screen. The data will be given on two different slides. So the first slide on your screen right now. Varun, I'll definitely address this problem of yours. So first of all, let us quickly have a look at this set. So these are the directions. So direction says that in a square layout of size 5 cross 5, 25 equal size square platforms of different heights are built. The heights in meters of individual platforms are shown below in, you can say, in the square grid that is drawn here. Okay. Right, now I'll go to the next slide quickly. Now it says that individuals all of same height are seated on these platforms. So I'll take you back to make you understand this information carefully. So the statement says that in a square layout of size 5 cross 5, 25 equal sized square platform of different heights. So size is equal, but the heights are different. Okay, so these are 25 equal sized square platform of different heights are built as shown in the grid. The heights of the individual platforms are given as per below. Okay. Now, further the data says individuals like people of same height are seated on these platforms. We say an individual A can reach an individual B if all the following three conditions are met. Okay. So on these different heighted platforms, individuals of same heights are seated, and an individual A can reach an individual B if all the three conditions will meet. Okay, now let's have a look at what are these conditions. Now condition number one, A and B are in the same row or column. So A can reach B if A and B are either in the same row or in the same column, right? Second condition, A is at a lower height than B. So if I am at a lower height as compared to the other platform, so I can reach that platform, but that platform cannot reach me. So I can go to a higher platform, right? So A is at a lower platform, lower height than B. So if A is at a lower height, then A can reach individual B. All right. Okay. Next, third statement, if there is any individual between A and B such that individuals must be at a height lower than that of A. So if I want to go to another platform, all right, and there is one platform between me and that platform, but that platform's height is lower than that of my platform's height, then I can reach there. All right, so all the three conditions should meet, and then individual A can reach the individual B. So these three are very important conditions, and they have given an example as well. All right. Thus, in the table given below, look at it very carefully, all of you to understand. Thus, in the table given below, given above, you can say that consider the individual seated at height 8 of third row and second column. So they are talking about this one as an example. All right. Now he can be reached. So this platform can be reached by, let's see how many of them. So 5 can go to 8. Yes. So from lower to higher, I can go. 4 can go to 8. 7 can go to 8. But 9 cannot go to 8. So first of all, we'll be looking at the platforms in the same row and the same column. So he can be reached by 4 individuals. Let's see who are these. He can be reached by the individual on his left at height of 7, this one. By the 2 individuals on his right at a height of 4 and 6. So 4 वाला तो reach कर ही सकता है, adjacent है. 6. So 6 से ये higher है and इनके बीच में it is lower. So I'll explain this particular thing once again properly. So if this individual wants to reach here, so it is meeting the first condition, A and B are in the same row and the same column, all right, or the same column. A is at a lower height than B. So 6 is at a lower height than 8. So 6 can go to 8, but there is one platform between them. So the condition is if there is any individual such that individuals must be at a lower height. So yes, 4 is at a lower height. So yes, it can go. All right. Varun is asking 3 can also reach 8. So Varun, 3, which 3? If you're talking about this 3, so this 3 cannot reach 8 because it is not in the same row or the same column. Again, this 3 cannot reach 8 because it is again not in the same row and or in the same column. All right, fine. So 8 can be reached by 7, all right, by 4, by 6 and by 5. 9 cannot reach 8. 9 cannot go to 8. All right. So you can say that this person can be reached by 4 individuals as I have marked. Okay. He can be reached by individual on his left from a height of 7. 2 individuals on the right, heights 4 and 6, and by the individual above from a height of 5. The rows in the layout are numbered from top to bottom and columns are numbered from left to right. It's absolutely fine. Okay, so these are the given conditions. I hope all of you have understood and we are good to go to the first question. So this grid of platforms will be given to all of you. If you want to understand these statements properly, you can read them once again, and I'm now taking you to the questions. So first question on your screen now. So question number 1, all of you can take a minute or two for this. How many individuals in this layout can be reached just by one individual? How many individuals can be reached just by one individual? You will have to calculate this. I am waiting for your answer. So obviously you'll have to check each and every individual which are given here. Yes, Karthik, you were absolutely correct when you have written no, 3 cannot reach 8. Absolutely. Now, meanwhile, I'll answer a few queries. Like one of the things I was asked by Disha, sir, in mocks so far I'm not able to solve more than 2 sets. How to improve? Now, Disha, if you are able to solve 2 sets, like in total around 9 to 10 questions, it is fine. Okay, make sure that till cat every day you are practicing the sets of DI. Okay, so if you are regularly practicing the sets of LRDI, then what will happen is your speed, your understanding, your interpretation speed, all these things will improve. And in the actual examination, you might be able to solve 3 or more sets. All right. Okay, so Anand says 7, Akhil says 7, 7, and Disha says 5. Okay, so let me check all of them one by one. So I have to check all those individuals which can be reached by only one individual. So all of you just quickly, I'm looking for the first row, 6. So first of all, 6. How many individuals can reach 6? So only one, this one on the right hand side. So 1 can reach 6. So 6 can be reached, right? Yes or no? Now 6 can be reached by 1. Also 6 can be reached by 2 as well. Okay. So 6 cannot be reached by one individual. So the number of individuals that can reach 6 will be 2. I'll keep writing it here. Now who all can reach 1? Now 1 is the lowest number here. So nobody can reach 1. So 0 aa jayega yahan pe. 2. So 1 can reach 2. That's it. 3 cannot reach 2. 4 cannot reach 2. So there is only 1. So this will be included. Now 4 can be reached by 2 as well as 3 as well as 2. So number of individuals that can reach 4 is not 1. So I'll not consider this. This is 3 basically. Okay. Let us write all of them. Probably it will help you later on. Okay. So just keep checking if I'm doing it correctly or not. All right. Now next is 3. 3 cannot be reached by any individual. So यहाँ पे 0 आ जाएगा. Now next is 9. 9 can be reached by 6, can be reached by 5, can be reached by 7. Okay, so there will be 3 individuals that can reach 9. 5 can be reached by 1, can be reached by 3. That's it. 2 individuals. 3 can be reached by 2 and 2. That's it. 2 individuals. 2 can be reached by none of them, I believe. Yes, 0 aa jayega. And 8 can be reached by, yes, anyone. So can be reached by 3, can be reached by 2, can be reached by 5. So a total of 3 individuals. All right. Next is 5. 5 can be reached by only 2. So 1 individual, this will be considered. 6 can be reached by 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 individuals. 4 can be reached by, so thoda sa abhi time lag raha hai, and I believe the things that we are doing right now will help us in the next few questions. Now 4 can be reached by 3 and that's it. Only one individual. 8 can be reached by 1, 2, 3. Total 3 individuals. 7 can be reached by only one individual. All right. So 7 will be reached by one individual. Okay. Great. Now next 3 can be reached by not this one, not this one, only by 1. So 1 individual. 9 can be reached by 1, 2, 3 and 4 individuals. 5 can be reached by 1, 2, 2 individuals and by 2 as well. So 5 can be reached by total of 3 individuals. 4 at the top and 1 and 2 on the right hand side. Okay. Next I'm looking at 1. It cannot be reached by anyone. 2 can be reached by 1 and that's it, only by one individual. So next 2 aa jayega. Okay. And next 9 can be reached by 2 individuals. No, it can be reached by 3 individuals, 4 individuals. So 9 on the top of 9, it can be reached by 2. It can be reached by 5. It can be reached by 8 as well. Also on the left hand side, it can be reached by 3. It can be reached by 6. It can be reached by 7. Okay, so 9 can be reached by 6 individuals in total. Interesting for 9. Okay, are you all understanding this thing? So 9 can be reached by a total of 6 individuals. All right. Now next is 3. 3 can be reached by 1. Okay. and that's it. 6 can be reached by 3 and 5, two individuals. 7 can be reached by 1 on the left and 6 on the right, two individuals, and 1 can be reached by 0 individual. Okay, that's it. First, 6 can be reached by 1, 2, and 4, right? Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. So it can be reached by a total of 3 individuals. Yes, absolutely, Akhil. Okay. So अब 1 वाले चेक करने हैं तो 1 वाले मैं सर्कल कर देता हूं. 2, 7, 4, 5, 2, 3 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A total of 7. So the correct answer here should be option C. Now, whatever we have done in this question, I can keep coming back to this slide, or let's do one thing. Let's take a quick picture of this. Okay, because we have already decoded most of the information. Okay, and I can come back to this picture and use it to answer the other questions. Okay, so the correct answer for this question, yes, it is option C. All right, now all of us would have made this table, would have completed this table. So now we can look at the other questions. So let's look at question number 2. Now question number 2, which of the following is true for any individual at a platform of height 1 meter in this layout? All of you. Yes, Akhil, you are right. So basically, I was looking at only one wala part mostly. Okay. So yes, जो 8 है, you are right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 हो सकता है यहाँ पे. Right. Okay. All right. So question number 2 on your screen. Which of the following is true for any individual at a platform of height 1 meter in this layout? So 1 meter वाले कहाँ पे है? This one, and this one. So for 1 meter, which of the following options is true? Option A, they can be reached by all the individuals in their row and column. We have already seen that nobody can reach them because they are at the lowest value. Okay, so option A obviously is not true. Second option, they can be reached by at least 4 individuals. Obviously not. They can be reached by at least 1 individual. Absolutely wrong. And they cannot be reached by anyone. Yes, this option is absolutely correct. They cannot be reached by anyone. So question number 2, the correct answer is option B. Right? Yes, it is option B. Okay. All right. Now let's move further to question number 3. Question number 3, we can find 2 individuals who cannot be reached by anyone in the last row or the fourth row or the fourth column or the middle column. Yes, tell me. We can find 2 individuals who cannot be reached by anyone in last row, fourth row, middle column or the fourth column. What will be the answer for this one? So you can look at the table and probably you will easily be able to get the answer for this one. So we can find 2 individuals who cannot be reached by anyone. All right, you are saying that it is fourth column. Let's go back to the table that I have decoded for question number 1. Now, 0 wala kahan pe hai? Yes. So let's have a look at the options here. Okay. So what are the options? So question is, we can find 2 individuals who cannot be reached by anyone. All right. So who cannot be reached by anyone. So in the last row, no, I cannot find 2 individuals which cannot be reached. In the fourth row, there is only one. So yes, again, I cannot say that. In the fourth column, like this. So yes, I have this one and this one. So the correct answer will be fourth column. Fourth option bhi check kar lete hain. Fourth option was, yes, the middle column. In the middle column, there is no one like that. All right. So the correct answer, yes, it is the fourth column. All right. So question number 3, The correct answer is option C, the fourth column, and let's see if it is the answer. Yes, option C is the correct answer. So the fourth column is the correct answer. All right. Okay. Wonderful. So let's move ahead and look at the next set. So that was the first set. Pretty easy. Once we have written how many people, how many individuals can be reached by a particular individual, or how many individuals can reach a particular individual. Okay, now let's move on to the set 2. Now set 2 again is a wonderful question based on number puzzles. So the information will be given to you on two different slides. So next three questions, these are the following directions. Read them very carefully and answer the questions that will follow. Five women decided to go shopping to MG Road, Bangalore. They arrived at the designated meeting place in the following order: Archana, Chellamma, Dhenuka, Helen, and Shehnaz. So this is the order in which they arrived. So you don't have to arrange these women in the order. Each woman spent at least rupees 1000. Below are some additional facts about how much they spent during their shopping spree. All right. So basic amount of information is given. So quickly note down the initials of these five women. Quickly, all of you, note down the initials of these five women. Each woman spent at least 1000. Now I'll be presenting some additional facts about how much they spend during shopping. Okay. So I'll move on to the next slide in a few seconds. A, B, C, D, E, you have noted down. So only important information is the name, as well as each woman has spent at least rupees 1000. So the data on your screen now. So these are 6 conditions that they will satisfy. So I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes to decode this entire information. Tell me done. Post done in the chat box as soon as you are done decoding this set. Now be careful with these numbers, okay? So it might be possible that you may note down a wrong value and end up getting a wrong arrangement. You can post done in the chat box as soon as you are done. Okay. All right. That is fast, Varun. Very good. All of you take care that don't write the answers in the chat box. Just mention if you are done. Okay. And I'll tell you later on to write the answers. Varun, this is what we have to find out: who spends how much. Okay, Karthik, done up to an extent. Still have 1 more minute. You can finish it confidently. All right, Disha is also done. Good. Rahila is done. Okay, so let's start with this one. All right. So first of all, I'll write the names in which they have arrived. So the statement says that 5 women decided to go to shopping. They arrived at the designated meeting place in the following order: Archana, Chilamma, Dhenuka, Helen, and then Shehnaz. Each woman spent at least rupees 1000. This is already given to us. So I'll first of all write the order in which they arrived. So A, then C, Chilamma, all right, and then Dhenuka, Helen, and Shehnaz. Each of them will be spending some money according to the given conditions. Now let's read the conditions one by one. Condition number one: the woman who spent 2234 arrived before the lady who spent 1193. That means there are ladies who have spent 2234 and 1193, and the woman who spent this much amount, 2234, has arrived before the lady who has spent 1193. All right. So I can say that 2234 will be before 1193. All right. Now this is the sequence in which they have arrived. So A has arrived before C, then C has arrived before D, and so on. So I can say that 2234 should be above 1193 when I'll be arranging these two values opposite to the names that I have written. All right. Okay. So first condition I have written. Second condition: one woman spent 1340 and she is not Dhenuka. So D has not spent 1340, but there is one lady who has spent this much amount. All right. Second condition read. Condition number three: one woman spent 1378 more than Chilamma. If Chilamma has spent X amount, so there is one woman who has spent X plus 1378. All right, fine. Next, condition number four. One woman spent 2517 and she's not Archana. So Archana has not spent 2517. All right. There is a lady who has spent this much amount, but she's not Archana. Done. So that was statement number four. Statement number five: Helen spent more than Dhenuka. So H should be more than D. The amount spent by Helen should be more than the amount spent by D. All right. So that was statement number five. And the last statement, it says that Shehnaz spent the largest amount. So Shehnaz ka amount largest hona chahiye. I'll write it on the left hand side of Shehnaz. And Chilamma has spent the smallest amount. So iska amount least hona chahiye, smallest hona chahiye. All right. So these are all the conditions and I have written them. Okay. Now let's try to find out different values. Now, first of all, these are five ladies and there should be five values in terms of amounts, in terms of rupees that they are spending. Now, from this information, I have already got four values. I'm writing at the bottom. So one of the values is 2234. One of the values is 1193. One of the values is 2517. And the other last value that I already know is 1340. Okay, so these are the numbers. Now, out of these numbers, we know that C spent the smallest amount and S, Shehnaz, spent the largest amount. Okay, so now what I can do is I can assume among them one of the values which is smallest or the largest. All right, so I can start with that. Okay, so if I'll assume the value of X, I might get one more value which is X plus 1378. Okay, So C spent the smallest amount. So for the time being, among these four values, the smallest amount is 1193. Okay, so 1193, I'll assume it as the value of X. That is the amount spent by Chelamma. 1193. All right. Now if X is 1193, so X plus, that is 1193 plus 1378. Let's see how much this amount will be. So it will be 1, then 752. So 2571. So the fifth value will be 2571. I'll write it at the bottom of the screen. So now I have received these five values, and let's try to put these five values in this table. Okay, so 1193 is the smallest amount. All right. Now after 1193, largest amount is 2571. Okay, so yes, Varun. So 2571 is the largest amount. So that will be spent by Shanaz. I'll write it 2571. All right. Okay. So these two amounts are filled. Done. Now, 2234, these two values, 2234 should come above 1193. So 1193 is spent by C. So 2234 has to be spent by A, that is Archana. Okay, so 2234 is also gone. Next is 1340 cannot be spent by Dhenuka. So Helen will spend this much amount, 1340. And the last and the remaining amount will be left for Dhenuka, that is 2517. But this particular thing is against one of the conditions, which says, condition number 5, which says Helen spends more amount than Dhenuka. All right, so I will have to reject this particular case. Am I clear to all of you? So Helen spends more amount than Dhenuka, but in the table, Dhenuka spends more amount than Helen. So this particular case will have to be rejected, and I'll have to consider one different case. Am I clear to all of you? So this is the one which will be rejected. So I'll write the other four values once again, and we'll try to derive the fifth value. So 2234, then 1193, then 2517. Keep looking at the bottom of the screen, or what I'll do is I'll change the color of the pen, okay, so that you can discriminate. So 2234, 1193, 2517, and 1340. Now earlier what I did was I started by assuming 1193 as the least amount. Now what I can do is I can start by assuming 2517 as the largest amount. So I'll put 2517 here. Okay, 2517 here. Now x plus 1378, I can equate it to 2517, and from here I can derive the value of x. All right. So the value of x will be 2517 minus 1378. Okay, so let's find out how much this value will be. So this will be 9, then 3, then 1, 1. So the value of x will be 1139. Okay, so I can say that C, Chelamma will spend 1139 rupees. All right. So 1139 will be the fifth value which is derived here. So Chelamma has spent 1139, which is the smallest amount. Yes, definitely. 2517 is spent by Shanaz, which is the largest amount. So these two values are already gone. Okay. Now let's try to fill other values. Dhenuka cannot spend 1340. This is for sure. Okay. Also 2234 should be above 1193, right? So I can say that Dhenuka, since she cannot spend 1340, so 1340 can go to either Archana. So if Archana will spend 1340, let's say Archana will spend 1340, then the other two amounts, 2234 and 1193. So Dhenuka will have to spend 2234, and 1193. So एक बार लिख के देखता हूं मैं. So 1340, if I'll give it to Archana, then the remaining two values will come like this: 2234 and 1193. Again, it is not satisfying the condition that Helen has to spend more. So obviously Archana cannot spend 1340, and it is Helen who will have to spend 1340. Okay, so Helen will spend 1340, and the remaining two amounts, now they are sorted. Archana will spend 2234. Sorry. So Archana will spend 2234, and the last remaining amount will be spent by Dhenuka 1193. All right. So now Helen has spent more than Dhenuka. Shanaz has spent the largest amount. Chelamma has spent the lowest amount, and 2234, the woman who has spent 2234 has arrived before the woman who has spent 1193, and the conditions are met, and this is the final arrangement that I have written with red color. All right. So Disha has written her answer: 2234, 1139, 1193, 1340, and 2517. Disha, your answers are absolutely correct. Wonderful. Okay, so you can note down these numbers. Now, if you are doing this question at the time of CAT examination, then I can say that spending around 1.5 to 2 minutes or maximum 3 minutes, you will be able to decode this set. So these are the only two cases that will arrive. No other cases than this is to be considered. Okay, so the first case was easily eliminated, and hence I've gone to the second case. So let's have a look at the questions one by one. All of you can answer together. So question number one: what was the amount spent by Helen? What was the amount spent by Helen out of the 4 given options? So you are given 4 options. You can post your answer quickly. So the amount spent by Helen was 1340. That is option B. All right. And yes, it is correctly given by all of you. So correct answer is option B. Question number 2. Which of the following amount was spent by one of them? Which of the following amount was spent by one of them? Now checking them one by one. Option D, starting with option D, 2718. No, it was not spent by anyone. 2571, 2517 was present, but 2571 is not present. 1378 is again not present, and yes, 1139 is present. That was spent by Chelamma. So option A will be the correct answer. Question number 3. The woman who spent 1193 is who among the following 4 options? So 1193 is spent by which one of these 4 ladies? So as per the data that we have segregated, so 1193 is spent by Dhenuka, which is option C. All right. Now, Varun, you are saying challenge A. I don't understand this thing, so you can elaborate this. So 1193 was spent by Dhenuka, and the correct answer is option C. And yes, it is correctly given by almost all of you. Wonderful. Fine. So friends, that is all for today's lecture. I hope you would have liked both these sets, and I also hope that you all keep practicing the questions like at least for 8 to 9 hours a day. We have very less amount of time left for CAT. Already the examination season has started, and you can join us for detailed live exam analysis of Darcy Munji 2022, as well as the question discussion on 12th of October, 5 p.m. So the highlights of the session will be you can know about the expected cutoffs, you can understand the level of difficulty, the examination pattern, as well as the good number of attempts, and make your strategy for your examination of NMAT. So please don't forget to join us live on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep for the exam analysis, detailed exam analysis of NMAT 2022 on 12th of October at 5 p.m. Okay. Okay, so Varun, yes, you are asking about typing error. Yes, Varun, you can tell me what was the typing error. Go ahead. So it might be there, yes. Okay, now next is the ongoing IIM Bangalore PYPQ series. As you all know, it started on 1st of October. So if you have missed any of these sessions, you can go back to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep and look at all of them. Okay. Next is anyone who is like an aspirant for CAT 2023. You can join, you can enroll for the comprehensive program for the preparation of CAT 2023, and all the details are mentioned on your screen. Anyone who is preparing for CAT 2022 and wants to buy a wonderful test series, so this is one thing that one test series that you can buy now, having 70 mocks, and rest other details are mentioned there on the screen. This series has 20 CATs and 50 non-CAT mock papers. Starting from 17th October, don't forget to join us for last lap to CAT 2022. Starting from 17th October, daily, almost on daily basis at 7 p.m. you can find wonderful sessions which will tell you about the highly probable questions with the previous year paper analysis, strategies, techniques for quick and correct question solving. All right, so you can subscribe our channel and join us live for last lap to 2022 CAT. Now Varun is asking, sir, I'm finding DILR set of CAT open mock difficult and I was taking 20 minutes time for one set. Yes, Varun, I can say that the level of difficulty was on a little higher side, but 20 minutes is too much. So somewhere around 14-15 minutes for one set. And on an average, if you are able to finish up somewhere between 2 or 3 sets in this particular mock, then that will be a good attempt for you. All of you can follow us on these platforms. You can subscribe and press the bell icon on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. You can follow us on Insta, like our Facebook page, join our Telegram group, and download the app from Google Play. All right. So friends, thank you very much to all of you for being a part of this session. And you can be a part of upcoming wonderful sessions like this if you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that you will receive all the notifications. All the very best to all of you. We'll see you once again. Have a good day. Bye-bye.